Hello, my name is Dan Wormsley and I have a few thoughts to add to John Howard's message about climate change. Since 1990, federal government initiatives have saved 87 million tonnes of carbon dioxide from being emitted into the atmosphere. The total carbon dioxide emitted since then is around 10,200,000,000 tonnes in Australia alone. This is a total reduction of 0.85%. Well done, Howard. That certainly is a figure to be proud of. What did you do? Turn off the porch light? But Howard's new initiatives certainly sound grand. $620 million in practical new measures to combat climate change. And half of that is vouchers for schools to install solar cells and rainwater tanks. But I don't understand. How is storing rainwater combating climate change? Were these schools burning wood to produce water? If so, they should tell the farmers. I've got your drought solution right there. Howard says his vouchers for schools help to show students and the community how to act locally to prevent climate change. I'm sorry to break it to you, but most of the answers to climate change won't happen locally. Raking leaves on my front lawn has not yet changed a power station in Latrobe Valley from coal to wind. But fingers crossed. That's the job of smart, forward-thinking legislation by people who are prepared to make the tough decisions and not just play political football with a genuine global crisis. But hey, at least Howard is spending money tackling climate change, right? $620 million is a lot of money. I wonder, did they take it from taxes, or did they just dip into the $10 billion a year they're giving to the coal and oil industries in subsidies? Wait, brainwave! I just thought of a way to reduce carbon emissions and spend less of our tax dollars. Stop giving billions to people who are provably destroying the world. Genius! But wait. John Howard's cap-and-trade system will surely provide an incentive for these big polluters to clean up. For those that don't know, a cap-and-trade system involves creating a system of carbon credits, which can be sold at market rates from non-polluting companies to polluting companies to offset their own emissions. This puts the effectiveness of the entire system in reducing carbon output at the mercy of the free market. It also means that big polluters can use their standard financial tricks to avoid buying credits to offset their carbon output. Has anyone even asked why major polluters are so keen on the cap-and-trade system? Take this, for example. The proposed system does not set the cost of polluting. It sets the total amount of carbon reduction required and lets the market figure out the financial cost. So, if the government gets the emissions targets slightly wrong, it can reduce the cost of polluting the atmosphere to almost nothing, or send it rocketing so high that it bankrupts legitimate businesses. The Financial Times and The Economist, the world's two most prestigious financial publications, have both labelled a cap-and-trade system an inferior alternative. So what is the alternative? A carbon tax. A carbon tax places a consistent price on carbon emissions, places a much lower regulatory burden on individuals and companies, and is much more financially stable and, most importantly, difficult to rort with clever accounting. Unfortunately, it has the awkward political handicap of containing the word tax, and has been consigned to the dustbin of pragmatic legislative history. The only way to make a cap-and-trade work is to place caps on the prices so tightly it practically becomes a tax anyway. So why not just bite the bullet? That's tough, honest decision-making. Isn't that what John Howard is about? In conclusion, for those of you who didn't fall asleep during the economic bits, John Howard has created a bunch of token, politically safe measures that contain the words environment and climate, but basically do nothing to save them. But hey, it's an election year. What else do you expect?